Good morning. This morning I've got a -840 CW in BNSF livery running around my model railway, an Atlas model. They are impressive, these American locomotives. They're over 4,000 horsepower each, and they run, trains just go on for miles. To have a realistic one on a model railway, you'd have to have a locomotive where you'd need a whole loft of a 10-bedroom mansion to run it at the amount of rolling stock you wish to pull. The story behind this loco was we bought it in Augusta, Georgia. Got it home, had it a few weeks. It's a digital locomotive. It was all bells, all whistles, and the decoder packed up. Now, taking it back to Augusta just wasn't doable. So you can imagine we're in a bit of a pickle with what do we do with it. And you can imagine it is frustrating because you cannot buy American locomotives over here, or with a great deal of difficulty. So when the decoder went boom, I ran it as analogue for a while, but thought it was a shame because this locomotive did everything. It did everything bar put fuel in itself. So we then paid to have a Tsunami coder fitted. Trouble was, a lot of the functions didn't work as they should. Those that did work properly, and then that went boom. And you just can't keep throwing money at something. So in the end, we've just run it as analogue like this. At least it works. To follow on, we've got loads of trucks, loads of American trucks we brought from American model shops, loads of them. We even brought an American steam locomotive, all bells and whistles, but we actually sent that back because it didn't work right from the get-go. And in all fairness, the shop in Augusta did refund our money without an issue. The guy was really, really nice. To see around 8 of these on a huge, massive freight train in the States is something really, really impressive, a sight to behold. When we saw them going by the Salton Sea, it was absolutely superb. They really are a cut above here, these locomotives. We don't need anybody to tell us that the landscape is totally wrong for this locomotive. And if I had the space, the one thing I would do is build an American layout, because everything is so different. The only locomotive you could have running on an American layout is the Flying Scotsman, because it went over there. And I think a couple of A4s went over as well that you could run on an American layout. In all fairness, the American model shops in America are pretty helpful, except for when we went to in Seattle, where the people were horrible, and you'd have thought they were paying us to be in their shop. They were disgrace, like a typical model shop from the 70s. They were awful. But the problem is, what if it goes wrong and you spend all the money and bring the loco back? The one thing that is great with these locos in digital is the sound of the bell as it trundles round, which is the wrong thing you miss. We did nearly take the plunge in buying another one in LA, but it's the same old story. They got it out the box, tested it, it was a little bit jerky. Well, you can bring it back, yes, 6,000-mile journey to bring it back. And in the UK, buying American locomotives is fraught. Gauge Master at Ford do them, but they never have them in stock. You've got to order them. It's a shame really, because they do some smashing locomotives. These KV couplings, how Americans get on with them, I'll never know. Absolute nightmare, for me anyway. Maybe I'm just not used to them, but not for us. A point to note, strictly speaking, this being an HO locomotive, an HO rolling stock, it is a correct scale for the track, because as you are probably aware, HO and OO use the same track. Now I would love to have one of these all singing and dancing, as I've said, but as I've said, you can't buy them in the UK, and buying from America is risky if it goes wrong. However, we do hope you have enjoyed seeing this dash locomotive going around our model railway. After this video, I've added a nice little caveat of some pictures of this locomotive on the irons in America. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this.